Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oyindi furu fredani ma shapa, manayana wa movenda. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, a veteran in this channel, welcome back for yet another exciting episode of Risk, Money and Insurance. And so today we are going to be talking about new money, right? New money that comes into your account, whether it's money coming from your salary, or it's just money that someone gifts you with and all of that. I thought since I touched on this topic in the last video, let me just do a sit down so that we dive deep into this thing, right? But remember, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below. It helps to grow the community. I think, if you can share the video, I would really appreciate it as well. Share the video with your friend and, encourage them to subscribe. I feel we have built a really good community and we always have interesting conversations in this channel. So do take it out there to your friends, your family, all of that. A share can do so much more. So today, let's get into the video and talk about new money, right? So this conversation literally started from a chat I was having with a friend, and it was very random, to be quite honest. It was really, really random. And we were talking about how when your salary comes in, right, or like whenever you get money, your behavior is not make sure. Your behavior changes, like one way or the other it changes. You just feel like you're on top of the world, and suddenly now that you have money, it just feels like you can do whatever, you can suddenly afford all the other things that you couldn't afford before and all of that. And I just want to unpack that today and to package it as, new money, especially on payday, right? So I will first share like how I process new money, how I deal with things. So people don't really understand how deep this is. And it's not, the new money syndrome is not necessarily an approved clinical or an approved psychological term, medical term or whatever. It's just like something to describe what we do whenever we get money, especially like unexpectedly or whatever, when that money comes in, or it's like a lot of money that you suddenly have. When that comes in, it can tip things to another direction. So today I want us to discuss, what we do on payday. What should you be doing on payday? But remember, contents of this video do not constitute as financial advice. If you do need financial advice, please speak to a financial advisor. So what I realized when I started working was how whenever payday would come, I'll be so excited, especially on the day, looking at the bank balance and also just thinking around how much I was getting as a student per month versus what I had on a monthly basis. Now that I'm suddenly a working professional, there was definitely, I won't lie, there was definitely that shock. I would just call it shock because I have no other words to describe it. But there was definitely that shock that says, we got money, we are rich, right? But honestly, as a young adult, if you have to pay for your car, if you have to pay rent, if you have to buy food, if you have to do all this, if you have to send some money back home, if you have to, go out as well, entertain yourself, then you are not technically rich, because the real owners of the money will come after their money either on the day or in the following, couple of days. They come in and they take what is theirs and you're left with what is yours. So I have to admit that I feel excited whenever new money comes into my accounts, especially money, your salary you expected, but just on payday, on the day that it comes into your account, it's different. It's a different kind of feeling. I walk different on payday. I speak different on payday. I am different on payday because money comes into my account and I can see it and I can, open my banking app and be like, yes, girl, you are rich. But what soon follows after that is, of course, a lot of notifications from the bank and all of that. But I think I want us to discuss, something that I do. Like, I don't spend money immediately after getting it, because I know I'm too excited. If I am to take my money on payday without having a plan, without literally having set goals for the month, or this is what I want to do for the month, I'll probably just end up using that money on stupid things, because it's the excitement. It's just human nature. It's the excitement. It's I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the shock to the system or whatever it is. There's something that happens to you when you get money on that day, and you just feel like it's okay, I'm on top of the world. So I do not spend money when I receive it. And I was telling someone, I let it just chill there. And because I moved, of course, from like an insurer to a bank we get paid on the 20th, right, of the month. But with a normal company, you get paid on the 25th, or like the 30th or the 31st for some people. So all my debit orders were set for the 25th, and some are set for the 1st, right, the 1st of the following month. So normally what I do from payday on the 20th until the 25th, that money is just chilling in my account. And I think right now, in as much as I get excited about seeing the money coming in, I think I now also enjoy just seeing it chilling there without touching it. Like, that's what I do. I leave it there without touching it. And that 5 days between the 20th and the 25th gives me time to then start like reviewing my spending in the previous month. So I sit down, and this is something that I've been actively doing, because I'm like, I need to monitor where my money is going. It's not enough that I have a budget. If I'm not following my budget, then that budget is useless, right? So I sit down with my spreadsheets, and Capitec app does this thing where it classifies like your spending. It categorizes it like, this is shopping, this is grocery, this is fuel, this is whatever. So I use that, but I also use like my normal, inflows, outflows from like the previous month to this month, to just say like, where did my money go? I want to know, like, can I account for every single cent that I had in my account in the previous month? So we had a situation, the camera's battery was low, so I had to recharge, but now we're back. As I was saying, on payday, don't spend money, right? Leave the money there, let it chill, just leave it there, right? Calm down. Now prepare a plan of how you're going to spend the money going forward. So prepare yourself, a budget that will help you to know how much is going towards which item, how much is going towards food, how much is going towards petrol, how much is going towards entertainment, how much is going towards, insurance and all those things. And another thing that I love to bring in, in this sort of planning for how my money will be used, like giving my money direction, I also think around, things like, okay, cool, now that I have figured out how much money, is going towards this direction, what is like my monthly goal, financial goal, to be specific? What am I trying to achieve like this month? Am I just aiming to save like a specific amount? Am I aiming to like not spend on household stuff? I think for the past 5 months of 2023, my main thing was like, ever since I moved to a new place, it was always a thing of every single month I'll be buying like a household item or household items. And I felt like it was becoming, I wouldn't do shopping per se. Like, there was a time where, of course, I had to buy like new stuff, new clothes all the time, because that was just like my way of spoiling myself. But also it just becomes like one of those financial habits that you develop over time, and they're very difficult to get rid of. So it moved from clothes to now just, buying household stuff. Like, I would always see cute utensils, I'll always see cute this, or just figure out that I need this. I need to buy like new plants for my place. I need to buy like those baskets to hold the plants. Like, there was always something coming up. And my financial goal for every single month has been the same, to say I am not buying new household stuff. Like it was so crazy that I was doing it every single month, but now I'm like, I am not buying any of these things unless if we get to a point where something is broken and it doesn't work anymore and it has to be replaced, then I will buy. But so far everything is fine. Like I have enough utensils, I have enough stuff. Like if it's not broken, why are we fixing it, right? If it's still in good condition and we're maintaining it well, then why are we spending more on stuff that we've already spent money on? So that has been like my goal from the rest of the year. And I think in other months where I had to buy an inverter and stuff, that's when I had to like at least spend and all of that. But that was necessary because I work from home, so it's truly necessary that I have an inverter for cases where we have no power for 4 hours or whatever. But on all the other things, I don't need new stuff. For now, I'm okay. If it's working, if my pots are still fine. Because I remember some point I was like, I probably need to buy new pots. But I was like, baby girl, those pots are still working. So having that goal set for the month, like what is it that you want to do? Perhaps you eat a lot of takeout. So you can tell yourself, I'm just going to reward myself with a single takeout a week. So on Fridays, I'll allow myself to have a takeout. And then going forward, you can make it like, I'll only have takeouts 2 times a month. Or like, the only time I'll eat out is if I'm going out with my friends or whatever. So you can sort of like try to do that, try to cook more. You can tell yourself, I want to do my meal preps, all of that, because at the end of the day, if you are cooking your own meals versus you buying stuff, right, like takeaways and all of that, that is actually more expensive. So after, drawing up your budgets and checking your expenses and creating your own financial goals and all of that, I'll just share like some of the things that I've sort of considered around debit orders and stuff, because I know that some people, I'm happy to just leave my money chilling in my account for that 5-10 days after payday, like without touching the money, without spending the money. For other people who might have problems with self-control, because I know like we're not all the same. Other people might struggle with self-control in that they might not be able to just leave the money there. They might, spend the money on something else. And then you have situations where some people even spend their debit orders money and all of that. So a good way to sort of deal with that problem is to set your debit orders, for the same date that your money comes in. So say you get paid on the 20th, then set all your debit orders for the 20th, and then they go out. And I think what is also important to do if you're going to do things like that is to also have a stop order. And you see there's a debit order and a stop order. So with a stop order, you know how when you're paying someone, it says like it's a once-off payment, it's a recurring payment and all of that. You can actually set like a stop order for your investments and your savings. Say for example, you are saving with a certain bank or whatever, you have a specific saving account. So you can literally set up a stop order for the 25th if you're getting paid on the 25th, and you're like, I'm gonna save 2,000 rands a month going forward. So make it recurring every single month. You don't have to transfer everything. There's a stop order that's already there that takes the money to the account, to the savings account, such that you don't have to worry about, have I saved this month and whatever, such that even when you have money left over in your account, then it's just your groceries, your transport, and possibly your entertainment and all of that. So you know that the money that's left in your account, that's what you're going to use to survive for the rest of the month, which you can create a budget for that. Or if you just like, okay, I don't want to do this budgeting thing, then you can just wing that part. But at least you would know that you have saved, you have paid everybody whom you owe, or everybody debit orders have taken out their money. So the money that's there, that's like your money. And that in that sense, you sort of kill the buzz, right, of having a significant amount in your bank, because the minute it comes in, debit orders do their thing on the same day and the money goes out. So those are some of the things to sort of look into, to say, when I get paid, I don't spend money immediately, or I can just set my debit orders and my stop orders to be on the same day. And you can also try to think about, but what goal do I want to actually have, for this particular month? What is it that I want to achieve financially for this particular month? Then after doing all of that, you automate, your savings and all of that, and you all set for the month. And in that way, you have more control over, your finances, rather than so it's like a very proactive approach to how you are directing your money, rather than having a reactive approach whereby money comes in and then it just starts going out, and then now you have to stress about, Kanti, where did the money go? How am I supposed to patch this and this and this and that? So to avoid all of that, set all your debit orders, set your stop orders, know that everything, if you don't have self-control, it's coming in, it's going out, and the money that you have, that is sort of your own money that you're going to use to survive, for the rest of the month until the next payday, or like until you get, money from something else, say your side hustles or your business or whatever. So it's very important to always have a plan. So if there's one thing that you must take away from this video, is the fact that new money is definitely dangerous, and the fact that you need to be calm. You need to be calm and to plan how you're going to spend your money before you actually spend it. But I think the most important part is you stop orders. Honestly, if you are saving towards, say, your children's education or whatever, then make that stop order. Don't leave things for you to be able to, don't leave things to chance, or like wait until you spend the money on other things to say, how much do I have remaining for me to be able to save, or how much do I have remaining for me to be able to do this? So commit to that. If you say my financial goal is to save towards my children's education, commit to that. Commit to having a stop order that takes the exact amount that you want to save towards your kids' education and all of that. So I hope you guys found this video useful. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. Mwah. I will see you in the next video. Oh, bye.